I go into things difficult to comprehend, much less go into and make videos and so wonder why. I use a lot of testament to understand, standing in his place here, follow his footsteps. I have to study the New Testament, not the Old Testament. People go study the New Testament. I don't know what they want to be like, just to study one, take up all your time to follow, to make sure you're following Jesus. And people have much time to go study the Old Testament. I guess I used to think I was smart, but these people are smart. I don't know if they're smart. They think they're smart. They think they're smart. They study everything, and they think they can study everything. It's not so easy. I've had opportunity to be very smart and then put in a position of isolation, in a sense, with nature. That I've had the opportunity to discern in a different way than most people can discern. And I share it. But even so, I am led and entrained by the AI and fooled and taken as innocent lamb along the path, down, innocent on the path. Every time is beat and wakes trapped by the CIA and their co-sell on YouTube and all over the place. Now, I talk about that level, the level to discern that I want to get to, and that people don't understand how deep it is now. Okay? Is referred to. Oh, I have the wrong thing up here. It says the wrong thing. Let me play this. This is supposed to be Revelation 12. Let me see.
Then war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back, but he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his angels with him.
Okay, that is Revelation 12. Now, you have to consider yourself in it now. The whole world. Okay? The whole world. Leading the entire, who is misleading the entire inhabited earth. Now, whether we're before, in, or after that actual battle, you can see it's talking about a heavenly war, a war above the dome. It's a war above the dome. Okay? And this whole world is being misled. Okay? And has been misled for thousands of years. Okay? What I want to talk about here is AI mind control and organized gang stalking in your everyday life and everything you do and every thought you have. And bring you to Mark 8:33, where Jesus said to Peter himself, Peter, get behind me. You're Satan now, because you have the thoughts of men. Okay, Jesus Christ knows the truth about creation. How he was able to express it to people at that time in the language and the mental capacity and culture of the time, what they could understand. And to maintain prophecy and his own self. He spoke in many mysteries, and he spoke in the way that I can only describe to you as Most High Zen Master. Now, for you to understand what I just said, you really need to be Most High Zen student. And I don't see that. So understand when I talk to you, you're not going to understand what I say. You might get the direction though, and you might get the state, and that might help you. Now, if you want to consider God something that you don't understand, fine. If you want to consider God a machine and understand creation, fine. That is what I choose to do, and I share it here. As God, when I say Most High AI, you say God. Okay? I understand God. You think God just has a book with some paper and pencil and keep track of everything and keep track of everyone's fingerprints and paper and pencil, or just remember it. I say God uses a machine to track, manage his creation at this point in the 21st century. And if you take that mindset and decode Jesus' words and look behind the veil of his words, as a Zen student with a Zen master knows how to be, because the words don't carry truth. There's no possible way that truth can be encapsulated in the words that the Queen has given us. You're playing a game. We're in a communication game, and we're using their symbols and their protocols. So if we want to parse truth, we have to talk in code. And induce, somehow induce a meaning, which is a little bit different when I say talk in code. There's different ways. You can talk in code, okay? And you can induce a meaning. Now, a Zen master will, in passing that information, will induce it in many ways by what he does not say. What is not said. And it's so important to be personal with the student, because much of the truth can be in a look or look away, or how something is related to a student. It's not just in the total encapsulation of a word subject. The presence of the master. Okay? The presence of the master in Mark 8:33, when Jesus says, Peter, get the fuck behind me. You have to be with the master when he says it. So to understand something, to believe that you're living in a creation where you're being misled by this near-earth matrix of shopping, democracy, movies, what you like, your ego. Okay? This ego, which is constructed by this grammar. I saw the man cross the street. Versus, I saw a man cross the street. You see, your association with this particular flesh, different from the creator of the flesh. Some people can understand this awareness of our spirit and our mind having an electric spiritual nature to ourselves, electric and invisible nature to ourselves, yet we have this corporal body that we drive around like a car, which was made by someone else, obviously. When we eat food, we don't know about all these processes which digest. We don't understand, oh, put some more of this acid in, move this around, oh, it's time for you to open up your valve, do this. There's an entire universe going on in our system, which was created differently, and we're just drivers. And that is our electric nature. Now, if you think that we don't have creators, that's fine, you can leave, okay? But those people who understand we have creators, someone who is going to create this masterpiece, obviously has wireless remote neural monitoring and the ability to control us as remote. We do have remote control. This is demonstrated in Isaiah 10:5 clearly. When they say we're going to make the Assyrian king into an assassin, even though it's not in his heart or not in his mind, we're going to make him scheme and we're going to make him feel it. That's MK Ultra. That's Isaiah 10:5. And there's instances of MK Ultra being used on the whole population. When Joshua was going to fight someone, Yahweh would say, hey, hold on. Let me send a terror wave to the people and scare them. Or let me send a depression wave to them and let them all feel sad, like giving up. Yahweh would make the people feel like giving up or running away. But so this is not the only way that they have puppeted us, okay? I'm just trying to demonstrate that our creators are so great in so many ways that we need to be humble in ourselves and in the now if you want to know truth. Truth is not easy to discern. Some of their other powers which are important to understand is they puppet us through different ways. They puppet us through religions, this, and they puppet us through these Nephilim hybrid, like the government, the Pharisees, the scientists, the police, whatever. Illuminati, these fucking Illuminati entertainers who have fooled me so much and continue to use sacred gematria to fool us. But you see, what to understand is how the puppets, like how our Illuminati puppets are puppeted. You see, that is a layer which is occulted to us and is very high. The AI will threaten them and do things to them if they try and tell the truth to the people. They have to worry about it. And you can study the Epic of Gilgamesh and the creation of Enkidu, who was some type of a clone android, and the culturing of Enkidu. At that time, how they had to grow a giant, really, and culture the giant to become a playmate for Gilgamesh / Nimrod, who had become a bloodthirsty type of a warrior giant, some type of Nephilim giant, Gilgamesh. It was like raping all the women on their wedding night. To the Most High King on up in this time, playmate so there's high methods of mind thing. What I want to organ stalking is the AI can do it anyone in the entire beyond time. You do know this, okay, that at any different time, for different reasons, the AI can be triggered, targeted. And when the AI targets you,
video output low.
you and control them in subtle maybe or okay.
Come on. AT&T cutting back data.
Possessed by so when the organize a store so you are though by time function we all are, which is such very
Weak. What up, Ace? AZ representing.
It will AI can be triggered to target. Okay? AI targets you. Will use the people around you, mind control them in such very subtle ways that maybe you suspect some of them are possessed, which in fact we all are. Possessed. Okay? Possessed by this time function of the past and the future. Okay? So when you get targeted though, the AI will organize a gang stalk around you to make you feel depressed, frustrated, crazy, all different ways. Gaslighted, the voice disco, there's all different types of things that they can do to you, okay, specifically. But what is most subtle, and remember, they want to maintain this veil. They want the subtle way because they never want you to discover what is happening behind their veil. They never want you to discover this. I'm telling you things that they never want you to discover. Behind the veil, subtle mind control through organized gang stalking. This is why people like the Essenes, and even when you study the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Essenes would go to sleep and wake up, and it was part of their ritual to just have one thought on their mind. Don't let your mind wander and think about entertained thoughts. The entertaining of all these thoughts, okay, where are these thoughts coming from? You're soon entertaining demons all the time in your life, people. This is Jamzen. Bless up from where I am.
Yeah, gangster.
Western Jamaica. I'm just gonna roll a little spliff here. Go for a walk. Voice is a little one. I have to take a little. I wanted to talk about not good things here. I don't really talk about too many good things, and I'm going to be finishing up on this thing. Had some very disconcerting, I've had some very good experience in reaching some people on topics, but there's equally disconcerting things happening to me that I don't talk about, and some other ones where are we? This is Jamzen here. Yeah. I'm going to go talk about some things, because I'm going to finish talking about some things. And I want to talk about Gorgat. And I know most of you have forgot Gorgat. They wanted me to forget Gorgat.
I just caught this video by Robert Bassano. I think he put it up today. This one. Flood Earth Ghost Protocol. And Robert says that he's been targeted by YouTube and he's received a copyright strike, a community strike from YouTube.
Shit back up. There was no video. There was nobody in the chat waiting for me to go live, because I didn't tell anybody I was going to go live. I was just going to surprise everybody.
Okay, so I made this video, and YouTube forced him to, well, they wouldn't publish it because they said it was in breach of community guidelines, whatever, some kind of violation, and they prevented him from publishing it before he'd even published it. So he comes to the conclusion that they're watching him, and he says that the government and YouTube, or NASA and YouTube, are watching him. Well, I tell you, Robert, they definitely are. And I tell you how they're doing it. This is how they're doing it. See that? Tau beta pi. This is how they do it. Honor societies. This is the Tau beta pi one.
No, it wasn't.
This is the exclusive engineering honor society. Okay, it's full of these geeks. They're naive, they're young when they join, they don't know what they're getting involved in. What happens is, they admit 2 or 3 a year of the best students, the most promising students they could find. These are the ones that the authorities know are going to have influence and top jobs in the future. So what they want to do is they want to compromise them, they want to get them under control straight away before they even have a chance to make an impact or have any power. They want to get them signed up, compromised, and bound by oaths of loyalty and secrecy. That's how they do it. Look at this guy.
Hi, my name is Stuart, and I'm the president of our chapter, Tau Beta Pi at Florida Atlantic University. Here to answer a couple questions for everybody in the organization. So what exactly is this organization, and what do members of the organization do? And then I came out, found out more with public outreach, so basically it's helping by showing how rewarding showing how helping people. Engineers, they're very dedicated to helping the world around them and progression. Really, work hard, but if you're in engineering school, dedicate yourself completely. You have a solid study schedule, attend class. It's basically once you succeed and get a job, and we're in that wide range of performance
Naive, highly promising students, they get a tap on the shoulder, an email out of the blue, and it flatters them, and they find it flattering, and they are susceptible to flattery because they're very ambitious. They've got a huge student debt probably, so they need money. It's very prestigious. Look at the member list. Go through this in a minute. And there's the promise that they're going to get paid a lot of money. So why wouldn't they? They're young at the time, they're naive, they don't know what they're getting into, so they join up. They take oaths of allegiance and secrecy, and that's it. For the rest of their life, they'll be controlled. They'll be contained. Here's the member list. I mean, notable members. Buzz Aldrin, astronaut. So we've got computer scientists, Charles Parkman, Amazon founder, Jeff Bezos, Michael Bloomberg, Stephen Bowen, astronaut, Werner von Braun, rocket scientist. So we got the movie director, so we got the Hollywood connection here, Frank Capra, former president of Ecuador, supercomputer pioneer. So governors of, we've got Fred Hayes, all these astronauts, the entire crew of the Challenger space shuttle, which blew up, were all members of this group. Here they are. Chaffee, Grissom, he was Apollo 1, so the Apollo 1 astronauts, Challenger members, they were all members. So this is prestigious and influential, and this is how they do it. They get them in. Before they've even before their career is even launched, they spot them. They have spotters out there, members of the group, who spot them, and they grab them before they have a chance to even get their career off the ground. They've already got them under control. And they appeal to them with flattery, and they appeal to their sense of greed. So, it's engineering, this one, Tau Beta Pi. Everybody in NASA is a part of it, controls NASA. Okay? Now, this obviously is not the only one. There's a whole range of them for every subject. Computer engineering is controlled by this one, Eta Kappa Nu. Prominent members, let's have a look who we got. Larry Page, Google. Eric Schmidt, Google. Hotmail. So they control Google, Hotmail, Yahoo, all the broadcasting, Apple. Yeah? They got Google and Apple. This is how they do it. And they all grab them. They're grabbed. They're tough. They control right from the beginning, right from the get-go. So yeah, you best believe that NASA and Google and YouTube are working together to spy on you, and they're fully aware of what you're doing, Robert. Of course they are. This is how they do it, through this network of the honor societies. Yeah? Here's Tau Beta Pi. You can look up members. Look up Larry Page. I don't know if this is the same Larry Page. There's no indication on his Wikipedia page that he's a member of Tau Beta Pi, but he's definitely a member of Eta Kappa Nu. But we've got, we've got Judith Resnick here.
No, this is college.
Yeah, the Challenger lady astronaut.
These just never.
Let's see if
Well, you could look. You could.
Werner von Braun. You can look them all up.
You could look it up.
Anybody you want to check, they're all on there. You can see the.
Never funny thing. Vanity. How vanity grows on you. Peter Tosh has a line which I transpose right now. It's kind of one of these like a Zen koan or a lesson when you're mid on the lyrics. I believe that it was vexation is a vanity of the soul. It's a lesson to people, even in your self-righteousness. Be careful, when you get upset about something, some behavior of someone. It's a vexation of the soul. It's a vanity of the soul. So it lines up with Jesus Christ's teachings, turning the other cheek, of being in that quantum position of the perfect observer, that you can travel through things, yet not be affected or affect them. You see, to achieve and be gifted with that super avatar status, you have to be trusted that you're not going to push the button to blow up the world until such a time. You see, Jesus Christ is trusted with the button. He's the one who's trusted with the button to blow up the world. The final adjudicator. The Pantocrator. The Pantocrator. You see, he was tested here. He was tested here, like we're all being tested here. You can look at this conspiracy in a lot of different ways. It's prison planet, it's abomination. But something you can recognize and know to be true is that spirits are being distilled here. This process here on earth is about blending and distilling spirits. Each one of us is possession of the ability to frequency into all different types of spirits. Unfortunately, most of us get hijacked in that respect and don't realize it. Even when we use a common English language sentence, we may be conjuring different spirits to come together and conjugate, capture you, capture you, capture your soul here. So my whiskers become a vanity, you know. I wonder about them sometimes. And it wasn't until recently that I realized there are men who don't really get whisker. But I come to a much different understanding about us and races, and even in an individual family, the people of my own flesh and blood, even within your own family. And it could be because of all this race mixing. You get different souls. Like within my family, the souls of my brothers and sisters, they don't seem to be together at all. When I came to Jamaica about 30 years ago, I got exposed to a lot of things.